Hey, greetings everyone. I am the Gerbil, and if I look tired, I am. My shelves are thinning out because I'm in the process of moving, but hey, Star Wars goes on. So I want to talk about Gungans and territory wars. So my Gungans on defense just today got 7 holds. And I noticed that almost every other Gungan squad, both on my guild and my opponent's guild, both on my main and my alt account, almost all of them had holds. And I want to say that I have now beat them 3 times with Phoenix, and it was relatively easy. I'm going to show you the squad I use. I'm going to talk a little bit about strategy, and I'm going to explain why it works. I did lose with my alt account where I was greatly mismatched, and I'll explain the differences in just a second. Whereas on my main account, my Phoenix is well modded and optimized, not perfectly, but really well modded at least. And I'm much more familiar with the squad. I also told my guild, hey, take out these guys with Phoenix, and my guild leader said, for science, I'll try. And he went in without Hera's Omicron, which I had. Here's the teams. He went in without Hera's Omicron, and probably, I mean, he's got great mods, but most people don't mod the teams they love, like Phoenix, like I love Phoenix, as robustly as I do. So I would imagine his mods were not comparable, just in this particular example. So here was my opponent, 2, relic 76668 with a level 9 Datacron, and it is the boss Nassacron, and they have the Omicron on boss Nass, which I believe is the territory war one as well. I have the Hera lead Omicron, and my relics are 75577. So the Gungans have a level 9 Cron that I don't. I do have a Datacron, I'll show it in a second, but it was not, it did not have a level 6 or 9 bonus because there are none for rebels right now. And they have a relic advantage. So the strategy is pretty straightforward. Assuming you have either Sabine or Rex going first, you want to use only basics on your entire team except for Rex. You want his AoE to go first, which will put tenacity down on the Gungans and do some other fun stuff to them. But then you want a basic, because when the match starts, your whole squad should probably be inflicted with frustration, which I think prevents the ally assists when they use their specials, which just shuts down the greatness that Phoenix squad has. They don't assist each other. So you want to wait till Kanan gets a turn, and this requires his Zeta. He wants to use his second special to cleanse all the debuffs off your team. Once that happens, if the Gungan tank is taunting, then you use Chopper's second special to remove the taunt. Then it is just straight up all in on the shield generator. You should be able to kill it in 2, maybe 3 attacks. And that's going to also depend on how many stacks it starts with. So the boss Nassacron is going to revive it, so you have to kill it twice. And then I think that there's another mechanic somewhere that enables it to start with more stacks. I don't remember, but it should have 10 stacks you got to wipe out. Now it's pretty easy to wipe them out with Phoenix because everybody assists, and because Sabine can hit 4 times on her basic. So if she's, I think it's conditional with a crit or not. So if she hits 4 times and everybody else hits once, that's still 8 hits, right? So if they don't have the boss Nassacron, you need 2 turns and you can kill it guaranteed. If they have the boss Nassacron, you're gonna have to hit it a couple times. Now here's the Crons that were in play. So you can see there's the level 9 on my opponent, and then they have the 15% bonus health and protection per ally on the level 3, which I also had. They had 211% armor penetration, which sucks for me, with some critical damage on offense. That is a really, really good mod. I mean, that's just great. I had 160% armor penetration, a bit of crit avoidance, probably an irrelevant amount, some critical chance, which is very much irrelevant at this level, and then some offense, as well as 15% health protection cron. So their mod by far and away blows mine away. All right, in terms of overall stats, They all had decent speed, nothing to like write home about. Their fastest is Tarpals at 302, but keep in mind that through Boss Nass's leadership, I think all Gungans gain an additional 30 speed. I'm not entirely sure. The Omicron, I think, does it again. In other words, they're all going to be fast. I did not have any mods at all on Hera, which, oops, totally forgot about that. I forgot to remod her after a raid run. But then my fastest is Chopper, then Rex, then Sabine. Now, in a perfect world, you want Sabine pushing like 320 if you can, and then you want Captain Rex 1 speed below that. But here, actually, not really. Here in this matchup, you actually want Kanan to be the fastest, but we're not going to remod for that ever. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right, on to the battle. Here we go. So, we got to hit play. There we go. So the battle starts, and I got that frustration on everybody. And I think is that blind? I think that's blind. Yeah. So I do the AoE. It does put the tenacity down. I think that's the right way to go. And then we're going to start trying to take out that shield generator. So any character you can use to attack the shield generator, go attack the generator. You've got to get rid of that. That thing is paramount, #1. All right. Then you also want to just keep using your basics, because the allies assist when you use a special, and you gain 20% turn meter from Hera's lead when you use a special. But you don't want to use a special while you got frustration, because you're not going to assist. I think you also can't gain bonus turn meter. I could be wrong. I don't remember. So here we go. Kanan's going to twice now cleanse my entire team, and I'm kind of trapped behind the tank. So I think that was Chopper that just cleansed it. I'd have to go back and rewatch it. I don't remember. But notice after a couple turns, that shield generator, it is gone. Now, is this going to work 100% of the time? Probably not. I think that there's a bit of RNG in here. See, when Chopper uses his basic, he has he will randomly reduce the cooldowns of one ally, and I don't even know if that's guaranteed or not. And I'm pretty sure that that triggered on Kanan, but I'm not sure. I'd have to again go back and watch this. The point is, I've done this now a few times. I've done it in GAC. I've done it in I've dropped Gungans with Jar Jar Kron and Jar Jar Omicrons with Phoenix in GAC, and I've done it here in Territory Wars. I think this is my second time to do it in Territory Wars. So after you get rid of the shield generator, I think that you really want to take out Boomadir, because Boomadir has a really nice synergistic play with Boss Nass, and Boomadir also, I think, does the most damage. I think he's the biggest output. So I go for Boomadir. Now, if I go back and I read the Gungan kits, which I'm just not familiar with, and I find that one of them has an AoE daze, that would become target #1 after the generator, right? So take out the shield generator and then anybody who's going to daze you. But I don't think they do. So anyway, folks, hopefully this will help you in your guild. So if you like the video, hit that like and subscribe. Pretty please, I beg, I really do. Actually, I'd love for you to like and subscribe. It would make me happy. It really would. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.